人们都说这个时代行色匆匆，太多信息的力量藏在碎片的海洋。我依然好奇别人的观念和经历，
我想从过去的故事寻找当下的巧合，
观察引发质问，
怀疑带来审视。
那些别人的过往风景
往往成为自己的路标。
倾听一台精彩的对话。你好，温哥华。从心出发，
从心出发。
关注北美华人生活，说出你的故事。观众朋友们，大家好，欢迎收看《你好，温哥华》，我是主持人诗媛。那今天呢，我们非常开心的又邀请到3位很美丽的女嘉宾做客我们演播厅。那坐在我旁边的这位呢是 Elizabeth， 她是今年2022年的 World Madam 的加拿大赛区的总冠军获得者。坐在 Elizabeth 旁边的呢是 Shauna， 她是2018年的 Miss Globe Canada 的获得者。那坐在 Shauna 旁边的这位呢是王甜甜 Swanee， 她是温哥华的非常著名的音乐剧演员和老师。Yes, could you please introduce a little bit about yourself to our audience today? Maybe we'll start with Elizabeth.
Hello, thank you for having me. My name is Elizabeth Fraga. I'm from Mexico, and I studied industrial system engineering and a master's degree in logistics, and I have been in pageant, I guess is a little one, like 19 years old, I guess. For me, modeling has been also like helpful in the way of living, in the way that it's helping my security and also to challenge myself. And now I'm here in Canada as a marketing student. I just graduated like 1 month ago.
Thank you for having me today. My name is Shauna Griffiths. I am Miss Canada Globe 2018-2019. I came from Newfoundland originally, and I moved to Vancouver 3 years ago. And since moving here, I have been studying fashion design, and I have my own brand, SG Fashion House, that focuses on styling, modeling, and fashion design for women's clothing.
Hello, 大家好. Hello, everyone. My name is Swanee Rincon. I was originally born in Colombia and moved to Canada when I was 4 years old. I am born in a Chinese and Colombian household, and I've been studying music theater since 2015. I studied at the Shanghai Conservatory of Music, and I just recently graduated from Mount View Academy of Theater Arts for a musical theater degree in master's. Yeah.
So we know that all of you have experiences in beauty pageant competitions or in performances. How do you define beauty? What does true beauty mean to you? And also, could you share with us, some interesting experiences that you had during your performances or during, competitions? Anything that's interesting you wanted to share with us?
Absolutely. I think that physical beauty and internal beauty are two separate things. The way people measure beauty also has a lot to do with how you look, and I think that true beauty goes beyond that. It comes from within, and it comes from the kindness how you treat people and the energy that you emit. And honestly, beauty can be a measure of multiple things. It just goes beyond the physical symmetry of your face and the length of your hair.
That. Yeah. Beauty is objective. So physical beauty especially is objective. I think the one thing we can agree on is the internal beauty and the energy, like you were saying, that radiates to other people. And I think another thing that I think is inner beauty is the compassion and kindness you have not only towards other people but to yourself. And I think that's really important. Yeah.
So self-confidence.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also I think like being a beauty pageant is something that is like a professional athlete. Like you have to commit yourself because it's not only you. You are working with a lot of people because you need to be prepared and everything. And of course, even though you are already prepared and all of that, you need to be also have a really good personality to be kind with others. And also, we always prepare for all challenges. It's not only just happy face there. Also, you have
your
to
presence.
You have to do all of those and inspire people. Mostly, inspire people to also do things.
Yeah, that's great that what you just shared with us. We know that during competitions, you also have talents that performances for other people. So we wanted to know any interesting experiences on the stage and during the competition.
For sure.
Yeah, any talents that you performed during these competitions. Do you want to share that with us?
Well, for me, the first time that I shared a talent was the singing. And it was so challenging because when I did it, it was like -4 Celsius, something like that.
-4, wow.
It was so windy, and my clothing, like my talent show clothing, I was, like skirt up and all of that. So for me, it was so challenging because you have to sing like in front of everybody, and I was also like freezing myself and all of that. But well, I did it. I think I did a good job. And the second one it was dancing, right? It's more like just feeling flow with the music, and also because I always love to dance. I love. I think it's also like a language of love, maybe. The dancing.
A language of love.
Yeah, yeah, Mexico.
I like that.
When like you dancing, you just like, and then it will come.
Yeah.
I think with my story, I want to share a bit about the behind the scenes of what pageants are like backstage. Because sometimes pageants have a negative connotation of like this dog-eat-dog world, and truly it's not like that. I mean, yes, you're there for a competition and you're there to win, but at the same time, girls are there to support other girls. So when I was competing in Montenegro for Miss Globe back in 2019, we didn't know who the top 15 was. So the top 15 girls had to go backstage quickly when their name was called and change into a wedding gown because that was the line that we were showcasing. So my name was called, and you go backstage and you're just in such a craze at the time because everything's happening so fast and you have minutes to get ready. You have to change your gown, and I had hair extensions at the time, so like there's hands all over you, right? But my point is, it's so beautiful to be back there and have that support from the girls who didn't make top 15 and are there to now support you and further in the competition. And it's in that moment that you find something really special about other people and the people who are surrounding you in the environment. So I just wanted to share that because I think that needs to be recognized in beauty pageants, and not everyone's there to be the top dog all the time.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
I think for myself, because I'm not so much in the pageant world, but I do perform, being on stage and not just striving to be perfect. I think we can relate to that in the pageant world because, we have to be seen a certain way, but it's also expressing yourself, expressing your heart and what you want to show the world. And I think with performance, it's easy to be like, I have to get the notes right, I have to get the dance moves right on the beats.
Right.
But in the end, it's just a form of art, and art is messy, and you make mistakes, and it's not perfect all the time, but because of that, it's also beautiful.
Exactly.
So I think that's just been a great thing that I've been learning, and it's a process, of course.
It's unique to you, and every performance is also unique.
Exactly.
Could you let the audience also enjoy some of your singing? Could you sing, maybe just a little bit for our audience today?
Sure. For today, I'll share a little snippet of I Know the Truth from the musical Aida. I try to blame it on fortune, some kind of twist in my fate, but I know the truth and it haunts me. I learned it a little too late. I know the truth and it mocks me. I know the truth and it shocks me. I learned it a little too late.
Oh, thank you. That's great. We enjoyed that very much. We know that Elizabeth, you also performed during your beauty competition as well. It was a Mexican song, was it?
Yeah, it was La Viquina. It's a mariachi song.
Okay.
I like it because of the lyrics about like empowering women and all of that. Solitaria camina la viquina, la gente se pone a murmurar. Dicen que tiene una pena. Dicen que tiene una pena que la hace llorar. Altanera, preciosa y orgullosa, no permite la quieran consolar. pasa luciendo su real majestad, pasa, camina, nos mira sin vernos jamás. And that's it.
So growing up in Mexico and coming to Canada, do you think there's any difference or similarities between these two countries?
Yeah, a lot of them. Well, I think mostly like Latinos, Mexican also, we are so expressive. Like if we want to smile, we smile. We want to cry, we're gonna cry.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
straightforward.
yeah, our feelings is like we are so like that. We are so touchy.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to hug people. We need to kiss people. And in here, like saying hi is like, oh hi. And I was like, like you need to hug him and maybe a kiss or something. So for us, like expressing ourselves is like touching people, and also I feel like we are like more open, more warm, I guess.
And Swami, we know that you went to school in Shanghai and also in England. Why did you choose to study over there, and any interesting stories and experiences while you were there?
Well, I loved performing. Ever since I was a kid, I was always doing Chinese dance, hip hop, acting in drama in high school, singing classes. And, like any other 18-year-old, we don't know what we want to do after high school. Like, where do we go? But my mom, she knew that I was really passionate about these things, and she knew about the Shanghai Conservatory of Music. And she just asked me if I wanted to go. And well, why not? It's a great opportunity to learn and be in a different country. And so I just kind of dove right in and I went for it, which was the most amazing experience. I made so many friends, learned so many things. My course was in Mandarin, so that was another additional challenge that I had to go through. But my Chinese is probably, I hope, a lot better than it was before. And then in terms of going to do my master's, it was just, I got a little nibble of what I liked in Shanghai, and I just wanted to keep going. And I just wanted to keep learning more. And the UK, the West End, is one of the best places to be learning music theater. So I just applied for the schools, and luckily I got in. And I think being an international student isn't easy. Really not. You're leaving your family, you're leaving your loved ones. The comfort zone is just gone, but you kind of create a space for yourself, and I think that's the thing I've learned the most, how to be me and how to be the person that I want to be from being out of my comfort zone. So
and you grow, right?
Exactly.
When you're facing challenges.
Exactly.
Forces you to grow on your own.
So I think those are that's one of the things that I took from all those experiences.
Right. And Shauna, we know that you're really tall and you're a model, a fashion model.
Yes.
How did being a model, being in the fashion industry, how does that help you with winning the competition?
Yeah, I mean, they both go hand in hand. I think two of them are very different. Because as a model, it's a very individualistic thing. You're hired to do a job, you're hired because of your physical beauty, and you're hired because you have a certain look. Pageants, on the other hand, are a way to express who you are as a person, your character traits, your personality, your values, your intelligence, and also your beauty. So I think that, yes, they're connected, and I think that modeling aids in winning competitions because you have a lot of experience in runway, in how to pose, in how to stand and look great for a photo, and also to be around others and to make others look good in the photo as well, like helping posing people, things like that. And so in beauty competitions, that never goes astray because you always need those attributes. But I think beauty pageants, more over modeling, requires a lot more talent and time investment, and also just your mental capacity to keep moving forward. There's not really like a lot of competition in modeling per se, but when you're entering into a beauty competition, you're preparing for something that's at least 3 weeks long. and you're in a constant competition. Even when you're eating, you are also judged on dining etiquette. So you're on all the time, and it takes a very strong mental health to keep going at the end of like maybe 2 weeks, and you have a week left. And it's not about how you can walk at that point. It's how much you can endure in the competition. So it definitely aids. It definitely aids in the competition, knowing the experience of modeling. But yeah, two very separate entities.
You can do anything now. You know, you've been through that. You know where your limit is, and you know.
Yeah. It's definitely like you definitely have a mental block at some point in the competition because it's exhausting. And I think a lot of people don't really see that side of it because you're constantly going to do events and appearances. You're on the bus, off the bus. You're getting up at 5 to do your makeup, and modeling mostly is just a runway experience, right? And you're going to do a show or you're hired to do a photo shoot. But yeah, I enjoy both very much. I'm a born competitor, so I actually love competition. But yeah, it's been a while since I've done a beauty competition, but still a model.
那我们今天的节目到这里就结束了，感谢观众朋友们的收看，我们下期节目再会。